Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I'm Jill Bloom, Group Publisher of Building Enclosure, and welcome to our podcast show. It is such an honor to have with me today Brian Palish, who is the Executive Vice President and CEO of IIBEC. Brian, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Well, we got a fun conversation today because you guys have a really great event coming up, the Building Enclosure Symposium. But Brian, tell everybody, what's new this year for the Building Enclosure Symposium?
Well, I think probably the newest or the bigger deal of the thing is the partnership we've created for this year's event, and a little bit different than previous events. We will be holding this meeting outside of the United States. We're going to be north of the border in Toronto, suburban Toronto, and we are partnering with the Ontario Building Envelope Council, which is a local provincial organization of building enclosure folks in the Toronto, Ontario region. So we're excited about that. It's the first time IIBEC has been, if you will, north of the border to hold a meeting since 2018, so since before the pandemic and since before I got to IIBEC. So I'm real excited about it. I'm excited that we can serve our members that are up in the Canadian provinces. It's about 20% of IIBEC members, so it's nice to be able to go visit them, and they don't have to clear customs, we do.
Yeah.
It'll be a fun time, and much like all the other building enclosure symposiums, it's chock full of great education, lots of good networking. We've got a small vendor trade show that allows our vendors to come, our manufacturers to come engage with IIBEC members and OBEC members.
Yeah, I love it. Well, congratulations for moving it up to Toronto. I think that just lets everybody know, guess what? All of that craziness is behind us. It's so easy to travel now, and that's awesome. So we are excited to be there as well with you guys in September. But let's talk about the education for a minute, Brian. Because you guys always have great education. What can attendees expect to see this year?
So we're going to have 20 concurrent sessions. So there'll be it's a 2-track format. So you'll be able to choose one or the other session in each time slot. We have 2 general sessions. As all of IIBEC's education, our focus is always going to be on cutting edge and relevant solutions for the design and construction of below grade waterproofing, restoration of buildings, sustainability, roofing, building enclosure commissioning, and that's been the focus, and it's going to continue to be the focus.
Oh, that's awesome. So what are the dates? Let's remind everybody, what are the dates and how do people register?
We should remind people of the dates.
Yeah.
That's probably an important thing. So the event starts on Sunday, October 29th. It starts with a reception in the evening. We have sessions all day, the 30th and October 1st. And it will be a great event. A couple of the sessions that I wanted to highlight.
Yeah, please do.
We are talking about one of the sessions is entitled, and it's a bit of a mouthful, Engineering Tomorrow's Envelopes, Smart Blue Roofs, and Pioneering Sustainable Building Practices. So a little bit of that focus on roofing and sustainability. Another one is entitled Adaptation of Low-Sloped Roof Assemblies Against Projected Climate Severities, and looking at the new standard. I think it's a new Canadian standard on sustainability and climate with regard to buildings. And then going to another part of the building, window installation designs for meeting the demands of thermal code requirements. So as we see more localities, provinces, governments thinking about climate change and how to address buildings with regard to that, we're seeing more rules and regulations. And so we're trying to provide our members and attendees education to help them address those things.
Oh, well, that's awesome. And that's a really great insight. Exciting that you're including that again, or including that so everybody can stay up to date. So I guess to close us out, Brian, what's the website? Where do people go to find out more about IIBEC and your Building Enclosure Symposium, or even become a member?
any of those things. You can do all of that on the website. If you go to IIBEC, IIBEC.org, all of that is right there. You should find on that front homepage there a box that says BES, and you'll see you'll see easy click on it, and you'll go and register. The early bird registration date is closing soon. And so I would urge everyone to go and register today. If you're coming from outside of the Toronto area, you should probably get your plane reservations and hotel reservations too, for that matter. So we look forward to seeing folks there, and having a great meeting with the Ontario Building Envelope Council.
I love it. All right. So IIBEC.org, correct?
That's it.
Sounds great. Well, Brian, I look forward to seeing you there with our team, and I know it's going to be a great event. And thank you so much for joining me and all the great insight.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
And if anybody has any questions for us, it is buildingenclosureonline.com. And while you're there, make sure you sign up for all our free content, especially sign up for our e-newsletters, our website, our webinars, so you can stay up to date on all the great content we're putting out, especially the updates like we are today with Brian from IIBEC. But most importantly, stay safe and healthy, and we can't wait to talk to you soon. Thanks again, Brian.
Thank you.